It's the NFL on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Panthers and the Browns, coming up next.
We are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Jackson now to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Always got some breathing room. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Great beginning there under the bright lights of primetime.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in primetime is on you.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to.
Touchdown, Panthers! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it: get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is Tony Pollard. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. It's Barnes, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnes. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. Bring it, baby. Bring it. DJ Moore. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, Orbit. Hey, lock it. Check 26.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Jackson now to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Tua. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball.
They're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua firing quickly here, and that's complete. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Tua now on first down. There's Trimble, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and 2. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnes. Touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
They go play action now. Lawrence, and he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Jackson now to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So we come upon halftime. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go. Third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 103 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They run. Chubb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Touchdown, Browns! DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. On 2nd down, it's Barnes. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. From the gun, it's Tua. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, Barnes. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barnes. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play that time for Cleveland. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Cleveland. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rolling to his left. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Chubb. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with another touchdown, number 24 in the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there and made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. They'll run on 1st down. Barnes. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
Let's go, man.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. That's complete outright to the tight end, Trimble. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnes. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Running right through him. And he's got this down to the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will take over here at their own 14-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And Sharp calls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now Chubb running right. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And again, it's Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially solve this one away. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 25th Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Browns sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Jackson now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. And 3 touchdown passes so far, but it hasn't been enough.
And the guys that I know that run teams in the NFL, they think it's because they haven't done it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Tua going to try and go quickly here. Tua to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's go.
A big play that time on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Tagovailoa. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that. That's to Thomas, who makes a nice catch. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Browns, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.